Now, this is gonna be a whale of a good time. See, this is more appropriate because he is a whale.
Hey, what's up my peoples? Emgo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Zyuohger DX DODEKAI-OH. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have a nice big image of DODEKAI-OH. Here he is in his cube form, in his whale form, DX DODEKAI-OH, I'm assuming that says. On this side of the box, you just have a rundown of the combinations. On the other side of the box, you have him in his cube mode, whale mode, robots mode. On the top of the box, you have cube whale and Zyuohger whale. On the bottom, you have DODEKAI-OH doing some action-y stuff. On the back of the box, you have the final combination here, which looks pretty interesting, but we'll get to that again in a little bit. And of course you have Sun Pac-Man! He lost his contact lens again. Man. And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have Cube Whale, and here he is in his cube mode. Yes, this is a cube. Kinda. It's square-ish, you know. It's a cube. It's a cube. There you go. So let's take a look here at Cube Whale in his cube mode. As you can see, he is number 10, mostly done in red with some black and white and some silver right there. Got the white number 10 right there. And, you know, as usual, a lot of cubey details going on here. A lot of molded details throughout. Pretty cool. Right here you have the chest piece for combined mode. We'll get into that in a little bit. There's the top. There's a big hole there. And the bottom. And there you have that. Just to compare it to another cube animal. Here it is with Cube Shark in cube mode. Just so you can see how much larger it is. And yeah, definitely a lot larger than the standard cubes from this series. So there you have that. So yeah, as far as cube mode, not much to it. He's a cube. He's a cube. So to transform him into his whale mode, we're going to need this thing right here. This is the Kai-OH Spear. You can see it's done all in blue. The top section here is done in a blue transparent plastic with some white paint on it. You also get a little bit of gold right up in there as well. And it does have an action feature. You have this button right here. If you push it, you get some jackhammering action. Is that annoying? Well, let me do it some more. Anyway, so yeah. So to transform him into whale mode, you got this big opening right here on the top. So you're going to line up the Kai-OH Spear with this button facing up. You can see the slot for it right there. So just plug that in, or basically you want the button facing the front part of the cube. So you just plug that in like that, and hopefully we can get a good angle of this. Hopefully. All right. So when you lock the spear in place, you'll get a little bit of automorph action, which is pretty cool. And now there you have Cube Whale in his whale mode. And he's a cube whale. He's a cube whale. There you go. So now we can get a look at some more details here. We got some nice metallic blue there for the eyes, and again you got the silver going all the way around there. Very cool. And again, some molded details that are revealed. There's actually an anchor molded in there. So pretty cool. Now we can go down the side here and take a look at all this. Very cool. Very cool. And you can see now that the spear basically, you know, replicates the whale, you know, shooting water out of his blowhole there, which is pretty cool. And you can still activate the action feature here because now there's this white button right here on the front, and you can push that and still got that action going. although it stopped working. There we go. So you have that. So there he is in his whale mode. And there are also 5 rolling wheels on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can actually roll nice and freely, which is cool. So there you have that. Now for comparison, here he is with Cube Shark. So you can see how he scales there with Cube Shark, and you can see just how massive he is compared to little Cube Shark. Oh, you look like a little goldfish now, don't you? Oh, look at you. Look at you. Swim away, swim away, swim away. So there you have that. So yeah, and you have these little side pieces here which act as, you know, cannons on the show. And yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So now we can move on to his robot mode. So to get him into robot mode, very, very simple. You just stand him up like that. Let me raise the camera up here. There we go. Get myself adjusted here, excuse me. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take the Kai-Oh spear and you're going to give it a quarter turn to the right. So once you do that, boom! Again, you get some more auto-morphing action going on there. You can now pull the spear out of his gut. And you want to come up here to this section. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. You want to take this section here, pull that up, and that will reveal the robot mode face in there. And once you've done that, you take the Kai-Oh spear. There are 2 clips right there. There are 2 posts on his form. And you just take that, clip that on there. And there you go. There you have DODEKAI-OH. But let's make this official, shall we? There you go. Now it's official. So there we have DODEKAI-OH. And yeah, he's a big blocky dude, like all the mecha in this line so far. You can see he does have the whale face on his chest there. The eyes are done in yellow. You got the silver right there, the white and blue. He does have a big hole in his stomach though. That's a little, yeah, okay, all right. I don't know why I keep doing this. This is just getting awkward. Very, very awkward. I'm going to stop now. But anyway. So there you have that. Articulation-wise, it's a standard, you know, Sentai mech articulation, you know, Megazord articulation. You got a rotation at the shoulder. You can unclip these panels here. They're on a spring, though, but, you know, you can use that for something if you want to. Maybe some backhand action. Get out of here. Get away. Shoo fly, don't bother me. I don't know. But you do get some very nice metallic blue on DODEKAI-OH. And yeah, got big old feet. And the back, I mean, it's just the bottom of Cube Whale, so nothing different here. But yeah, there you go. And he's got the Kai-Oh spear, which you can then, of course, keep pushing the button. Get some more jackhammering action there. Cat hair is, as always, not included. Get out of here! Anyway. So yeah, no movement at the head. The head is just spring-loaded. You can, you know, you can do that. You can do that if you want. So let's try to get in close on the head sculpt here. We'll just zoom in. See if we can take a good look at this boy's noggin. And you can see right there. It actually is a pretty nice head sculpt. What of it you can see. It's got the transparent blue piece right there on top with some white. Got the metallic blue right there. Got some nice gold in the eyes. Yeah. It's a decent head sculpt. So yeah, I have that. And for comparison, here he is with Zyuohger. You can see how they look together. Obviously way bigger than Zyuohger King. Here he is with Zyuohger Wild. You can see how they look together. And here he is with Tosai Zyuohger. You can see how they look together. And here he is with Wild Zyuohger King. So you can see he's still even a little bit taller at the head than Wild Zyuohger King. And here he is with Wild Tosai King, which is still my personal favorite combination. You can see he is a bit shorter. He's about a head shorter than Wild Tosai King. So there you have that. And now it's time for the big combination. So let's get right down to it. Let's remove the Kai-Oh spear. Put this off to the side for now. So what we're going to do to get him prepped, we're basically going to put him back into cube mode. So just lower his face back down, bring the head down, bring one of the arms around, and that will lock the head in place. Bring the other arm around. There you go. You want to take these sections here and you want to remove these. So unclip that, put that off to the side, take the legs here, swing them around, lock them into place, and there we go. So now we're going to take these panels here, rotate this out, take this section and bring it down to make the arm. Same thing over here, flip that out, bring the arm down, and you want to come back here and you want to open up this panel, and he's pretty much ready to go at this point. So I'll put this off to the side for now, and now we will concentrate on these pieces right here. These are going to be his legs. So the way you want this oriented is you want these little angled parts of the red facing outward. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to start counting backwards. So on this leg, the right leg, we're going to go 4, and it has the clips up there, so we'll clip into place. So we go 4, 3, 2, and 1, and there we have a leg. And then for the left leg, we're going to go 8, 7, 6, and 5. And there we have both of his legs. So now at this point, we're just going to take the whole upper body here, and these will just plug in right there. We'll just plug the one leg on. Come on. There we go. Plug that leg on. Plug the other leg on. Boop. And now he gets super duper tall. So let me readjust the camera real quick. Okay, so now that we have a much higher vantage point here, let's continue on. So now we're just going to turn this big boy around, because now we will bring in Cube Rhino. You want to take his horn off, and Cube Rhino will plug into this cavity right here. So just line him up, and he just locks into place right there. And now you can see the number 9 showing through the chest. And once you've done that, you take Cube Kidding in his cube mode. I mean, this isn't Kidding, this is Kuma, sorry. Kuma, got my K's mixed up. Kuma will just plug in right there, like that. Then you take Komori, or Mogura. I'm confusing them all. Mogura, the mole. Wow. Brain farts aplenty. Anyway, so Mogura goes clipped on there, like that. Then we go to the other arm, and now we bring in Komori in his cube mode, and he just plugs on there. There we go, clips in right there. And then you take Kitten in his cannon mode, and he just clips on right in. Oh, no, I got things. I plugged this into the wrong spot there. My bad, my bad. Wait, how do you go? Like that. Okay. Yeah, you want to make sure that the clip and the port there is lined up. I had it totally misaligned. Plugged them in the wrong spot there. My bad. So sorry. There we go. So now you plug in Kitten like that. And there we go. So now you want to come up here and you want to flip the combine mode head out like that. You just swing that out. And then you bring in the Kai-O spear. You remove this section right here. The Kai-O spear itself just plugs in right up here. So that just plugs on. And then you take this piece right here, which will become the new helmet, and that will just plug onto his head. And there we go. And it is now complete. Jeez, this guy is big. But anyway, get him centered here. And without further ado, let's make this official. And there you go, there you have Wild Tosai Dodeka King! And yeah, definitely an interesting combination. Not my favorite. I still like Wild Tosai King better. I still think that's the better combination. But this is definitely interesting. As you can see, his legs are just 2 stacks of cubes. But I mean, it's still pretty cool for what it is. If we get in close here, you can see the chest piece here with all of the animals. You got the crocodile, the elephant, the lion, you got the whale there, you got eagle, rhino, you got the gorilla, you got shark, you got the tiger, you got the wolf. Yeah, all around there. It's pretty cool. So let's see if we can get in close here on the overhead scope. Let's see if we can get over here. Get over here. So you can take a look at that mug of yours. There we go. You can see that sculpt. Pretty nice, done in gold, with some red in the eyes. You can see a nice transparent blue helmet he has on, which I do quite like. So yeah, it's pretty cool for what it is. Like I said, not my favorite combination of the series so far, but still, it's interesting. It's still pretty cool. Articulation-wise, again, you just have arm rotation, and that's it. And of course, you can still use the Kai-O spear there if you want. You do end up with some leftover parts. You do have the Cube Rhino horn and his trailer that you can't do anything with. You have this, which you can't do anything with, and Cube Gorilla's little cannon backpack section here. Can't do anything with that either. So you do have some parts left over. Not everything is incorporated into the combination, but oh well, it is what it is. Now for comparison, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get both of these guys in frame here, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. So here he is with Lion Hao from Ninja. You can see how these two big boys look together, and you can see he's definitely taller than Lion Hao. So there you have that right there. So yeah, he's a big boy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. Like I said, it's a cool combination. It is interesting. It's not my favorite combination, but definitely an interesting combination. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I do think it's cool, but you know, like I said, not my favorite combination. That still is Wild Tosai King's throne. But it does make me wonder, if this is mid-season combination, what's the final combination going to be? Are they going to do like they did with Ninja and it's just going to be a variation of this combination? Or are we going to get another big mecha? I don't know, but hey, we'll see what comes down the pipelines. So anyway, I picked this up from CS Toys, but of course there are many other sites you can go to for stuff like this if you are interested, such as HLJ, Ami, Hobby Search, Mandarake. Of course there's always eBay and Amazon, but do be wary of their pricing. You can also check out BigBadToyStore.com for some Zyuohger items. There will be a link to their site in the description down below, so check that out. And you can also check out my Zyuohger playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out MGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Zyuohger DX DODEKAI-OH, and this is Emgo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Big geek, bear proud, palm in your face. Come on, guys! We need to save the city! DODEKAI-OH, where are you? Listen. You gotta give me a minute, okay? I can move a lot easier underwater, but on land, I'm very heavy. There's a lot of weight to move around. But we have to save the city, come on! Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute, I have to catch my breath. I'm very heavy. I'm a whale, you know. I'm a heavy whale.